Hey, you guys. So I am so excited to be on here tonight and to introduce you to some amazing ladies. But first off, I want to thank all of you for hopping on here. I know we're on a holiday weekend, so I really do appreciate all of you that have taken the time to come hang out with us for a little bit. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started here by sharing a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to introduce to you these fantastic women. So before I do go too much into my story, I just want to say these ladies that are going to be talking to you, like, get ready, because these are faces that you're going to see more and more of. These three women are running fast. They're part of my team that's just like taking off like a rocket ship. And these girls have so much heart, so much wisdom. Their stories are incredible. And I cannot wait to see what happens next. So we got some emerging leaders here, guys. So take notice. This will not be the last time you see these ladies, okay? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started a little bit with my story and kind of share what brought me here, at least part of my story tonight. So as you guys know, my name is Karlie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I'm an entrepreneur, and in that order. And that's always been super important to me because my, well, let's put faith at the front of that, right? But it's really important to me that things are done in an order that feels right with my integrity, that aligns with me. And I haven't always had that. I've been in the industry for 7 years. And, there's been times during, my seasons in the industry that they have not, that I felt like I was not in a place that they respected, that, my faith, my family comes first. And it's been really, really important to me. I have had, well, let's just say when I started with network marketing, I was not incredible at it. I didn't come in and do amazing things right away, but, I did grow over time, and I did see success in the industry, enough that it was made a huge impact on our family, and it was a huge blessing for us financially. But one thing that I found again and again was that I was asked to compromise things that I didn't want to. And that was, my family. That was, maybe my integrity. And it was really hard on me because, you guys, I believe in this industry. I believe in what it can be. And I always have. I remember when I kind of got to that place and I was like, wow, this can be something really special for people. This can be opportunity where people can be set free. I always like to say this, but basically, we're in an industry where we are paid to be the best version of ourselves, and we're paid well, and to help other people do the same. But that's when it's done right, right? And so I was kind of at this place where, I think I was experiencing burnout. I felt like I was, I wanted more for my family. I had been working really hard, but things were just not aligning. Like my word for last year, not 2020. I don't even know what to make of my word of this year, but my word for the year before was seriously, alignment. I needed to be in alignment, and I just felt like things were broken. Things were not clicking together. And here's the thing, you guys, is that I was done to just lay it down. I was just ready to lay it down and just to be done with the industry, even though it had made a huge financial impact on our lives and our family. The cost to me was too high. And I just remember thinking, I'm either in a situation where I'm the only one on my team winning, or, or it's just, there's too much other things that are just not clicking together. So you guys, I was ready to lay network marketing down and to be done with it. I was ready to just call it quits and, just live, I guess, a normal lifestyle. I think a lot of network marketers, we think outside the box a little bit, and I was ready to be done with it. I'm like, well, I'm over with that season. But here's the thing. When I made that decision, I felt like it was like the death of a dream. Because one thing, for those of you that have not been in network marketing before, and you're just looking at this, I know that there's reasons that you're looking at this, and this could be because you want to change your family's life. Maybe you need an extra $500 a month, right, to help pay the bills, or maybe you want to help buy a new house, or you have these dreams, right? Well, one thing in network marketing that we learn is that we dream big, and we do things like we create this why. Why are we doing this? Mine was to set my family financially free. And we would create these vision boards, this vision for where we wanted our lives to go and what we wanted in our future. And I can tell you, when I decided that I was done doing this, the first thing I did was I ripped up that vision board, and I was like, let go of my why. And all of those dreams that I had built up over the last, at that point, 6 years, yeah, 5.5 years, it was crushed. And it spiraled me into this really dark place of depression. because it was like my dreams were crushed, but I was like, I'm out of alignment. This isn't working. And I was ready to just let it go. So there were some other contributing factors that I had going on to the depression. I'd had a baby a year before, and I certainly had never gotten my mood back. I also was in this place where, I had extra weight that I couldn't lose. I wasn't feeling very healthy. There was just a lot of things, and we had some tough family situations going on. So add those to the fact that basically 5.5 years of dreaming was ripped out from under me and I was letting it go. I was in a pretty dark place. So I did quit network marketing for a hot second. I completely was like, I'm finished. But I can tell you that what ended up happening was that dream inside of me, that belief, that knowing that it was almost like this calling, right? It was still there. It just didn't go away. I think sometimes that's how it is with destiny, right? Is that those things, they don't just die when we say we're done. They're still there. They will nag at our heart until we follow. I mean, remember my word was alignment, and finding alignment wasn't just about me being, at a certain place, but it was about me following where I was supposed to go. So I knew there was still more here for me. I knew that there was more for me in this industry. So at that point, I went ahead and I looked at some companies. And I was like, I'm going to be really picky. I'm drawing a line in the sand, and these are some things I'm not willing to compromise. So I had a list, you guys. It's like that woman who has that dating list of like all the qualities she wants in a man, and she reads them and you're like, you're gonna be single forever, girl. Like that's never gonna happen, because it was this ridiculous list of check marks, and I'm like, this probably doesn't exist, but I'm not settling until I find it. Well, long story short, guys, obviously I found it. I found it here. And it's funny because it did not start with anything, but I had a friend say, go check out this Zoom, go check, or this live that a friend, that somebody had done. And I went and checked it out, and something about this woman stood out to me with integrity. She was very real. Things were simple. It was just like, I could just feel like she was living in a place of alignment. I could just feel like that she understood my heart as a mama. Right. And, it was just, I knew at that moment I had to talk to her. So I'm going to just give you the short version, but basically I ordered the product here. And the first thing I thought was, there is no way this is going to work. There is no way that this is going to do anything for me, because I either feel things in a way that I have side effects, or I don't feel anything at all. Like I'm the girl who literally will try something, 3 or 4 times hoping it works, and it never does. So I'm like, basically I'm going to try this product, and it's not going to check off my first box, was that I have to have a wow experience with that product. But what ended up happening was 6 days in, I started to feel like the depression was lifting. I realized that I was smiling again and laughing again and happy again. And you guys, I was in a dark place. When I say dark, I mean like I was, not wanting to get up, didn't want to play with my kids. I didn't want to go and see friends. Like I'm a super social person. I don't know if you guys know color personalities, but I definitely lean blue, which means I like to go out, socialize, like to go have fun, have adventures. I don't want to do anything. I literally wanted to lay on my couch and mope and cry all day and snack. I did that too, which is probably why I couldn't get off the rest of the baby weight. But what ended up happening, like I said, was that as soon as I felt that lifting, I was like, oh my goodness, we have a wow product. We have something that's going to change lives because it's working for me. And I felt like this was a pit that I could never get out of. And so at that point, you guys, and I'll just let you know, it kept getting better, totally pulled me out of that place, that ugly place, right? And I got me back. I felt like me again. And then from that point on, I ended up losing 24 pounds. It was 24 pounds. Now it's even more. Like we'll just have to figure that out. But my initial weight loss was 24 pounds on that product. My husband lost 32 because he's a dude, and that's not fair, but whatever. So he did. But what ended up happening though, was that not only did I have that product experience, but I looked deeper into the company. And that, like I said, that big, ridiculously long checklist of the things that mattered to me, things like integrity, things like I needed people to be real. I needed to be in a place where I didn't feel like I had to perform or jump through hoops or be perfect, right? All of those things were so incredibly important to me, and I did not think it existed. But you know what? I found it. I found it here. I could go on forever, but I'm not going to, but I will let you know that this was the place that all of those things came together. And not only did I find a place that I could call my home, a place with integrity and an incredible product, and incredible people, and incredible timing, and the right price point, and all those things that they had to have, right? But I also had incredible success. And that was amazing, because what happens is that when you take integrity and the product and, you know, all these things and you align them together, the success can be huge. And so within 5 months, you guys, I was bringing that dream board right out, because things were happening. I was making a new vision board. My why was recreated. My why was for financial freedom. I wanted to bring home my husband, right? 5 months in, you guys, I could totally bring him home 100%, right? Those things on the dream board, like I was able to start crossing those off. So it's like, this was the place that it was safe to dream again. It was safe to dream with integrity. It was safe to believe again. It was safe to love the industry that we're in again. And so this is something beautiful and very special. So I just wanted to share my story with you guys, because this place has made an incredible impact on my life. It feels like family, set my family financially free. And it's just been a really powerful, powerful place to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start introducing these ladies in front of me. Like I said, look at these faces, because these are going to be some faces that are the future of our company, and I cannot wait for you to meet these people. So, okay, I'm going to start with my friend Marilyn. Man, Marilyn's like my soul sister. I loved her instantly. Like, she doesn't realize this, but we're besties. It might be in my head, but we are, girl. We are. And so she's just full of energy, full of positivity. I don't think I've ever heard her complain. Ever. One time I remember she messaged me and she said, this is a vent, and I just laughed so hard. I'm like, if that's your vent, you like, please, like, I love you. She is just super, super coachable. And she is just, has a very fast growing team, and the way she inspires her girls, I love what she's doing here. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to hand it over to her, but you know how much I love you, Marilyn. So go ahead and share your story.
Thank you, Karlie. You're so sweet. So, I'm Marilyn, like Karlie said. I'm a mom. I am a mom and a wife, and I have twin 11-year-old girls. One is a type 1 diabetic. So when the girls were real little, I used to daydream about going back to work and what that would look like, and how exciting that was. Like, I love people, and I like to work. So when she was diagnosed at 3 with type 1 diabetes, it occurred to me, like, that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't where I was going to be led to go. A lot of people don't know too much about type 1 diabetes, but it was a lot when she started school. It was a lot of going up there and carb counting and, you know, high blood sugars. And there was just a lot that was keeping me at home. So I turned to direct sales. And I looked at it as a way of something that gave me back a little bit of myself, since I feel like I lost a bunch of that when I had the girls. So I always had like a really, really big, like I saw the potential really largely in direct sales and multiple level marketing. And I liked it. I did do like a party company. So I still would be going places and doing things, which I live in the middle of nowhere. So it's super nice that this company is not, we don't do parties. So I'm thankful for that. So I started taking the product after I saw a ton of posts from Karlie, and I just watched Karlie, and all of her stuff was like upbeat and happy. And I don't know, there was something about her that made me just like want to try it. Like, I had tried the product that she had been using before this company too. I was just drawn to her. So I started taking the product, and I fell in love with it. I had energy. I was motivated for life. I loved it. So my depression felt better, loved it. So I was going about my life, and everyone was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I didn't notice that the product was actually doing things enough to make people notice that something was different. So I kept referring all these people to Karlie. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm drinking this happy coffee. Like, here's Karlie's website. And I did that quite a few times. And Karlie messaged me and was like, you know, you could be making some money just by doing what you're already doing. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I don't need that. You know, I have my other thing over here. So some time goes by. I'm still using the products. I realize I can't live without these products. Like, this is something that I will be taking forever. So I got to thinking, like, well, what could it hurt, you know, to join? Like, I could buy my own products with the money that I'm making off of it. I'm already sending her people, like, why not? So I did it. And I jumped in, and I did not realize that where I was at was nothing compared to what I have now. So it's kind of crazy looking back. Sorry, I have notes. It's kind of crazy looking back because like here, everything just comes so naturally. So like people ask to become a part of this. Like you don't go out there looking for people, they find you, which is kind of magical. I love that. I love that I don't feel like I'm going out and I'm seeking people to want to be a part of this. They want to be part of it. So that's kind of my story of how I started to use the product and how I found this company through Karlie. So hold on, let me look. So after my first paycheck, I was blown away, like literally blown away. It was like night and day from my past company. Like I wasn't winning like I felt like I should be because I was putting work in. Here you put the work in and your work, it shows like in your paycheck, and it's pretty amazing. So I've really never experienced anything like this company before. So the people that are in this company, like they're not your sidelines, they're not your uplines or downlines, they're your friends. They're like your family. They will pray with you. They will pray for you. I just feel so blessed to be here. So thanks, Karlie, for giving me that push and that nudge to join you here, because it's been one of the best decisions ever. So I love you. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much. And she's not lying. Like I was like 8 people. she kept sending me people. I'm like, you've got to join. And she kept telling me no. She literally did. But I'm so thankful that she came, because she's come over and she's just had amazing success very quickly. And I know that that's just going to continue because she's a great leader. So next, you guys, I am going to introduce you my friend Lisa. I'm going to not give away her story. It's hard for me not to tell you a little bit about it, but I'll just tell you the good stuff about her. This woman, she is wise and she is calm and she's easy to talk to. And she's very calculated and very professional. And I love that about her, because if you can't tell, I'm like high energy and like a ping pong ball, and my focus is just like, so to have her on the team has been such a huge gift to us, because she's just, she's stable. And she's also brilliant. So I cannot wait for you to hear more from Lisa, because I think you're going to be really impressed and blown away with her story. And you will see why she's growing incredibly fast here as well. She's got a great head on her shoulders. So Lisa, I'm excited for you to go ahead and share.
Thank you. That was a nice introduction. Thank you. Now I feel pressure to be wise, but that's okay. We can do it. I'm really excited to be able to share tonight, you guys. I am thrilled to be a part of Elevacity, and I'm really excited to be able to share a little bit about my experience. I want to start a little bit with my background, just because it is kind of relevant to how I landed here and why I am as passionate about it as I am. So I actually am a trained school counselor. So I have an undergrad in psychology and a master's degree in counseling, and have been working in the counseling field for over 20 years. I've worked as a grief counselor, been an elementary school counselor, and a high school counselor. I've written a curriculum for kids, kind of all about like how to have really good social skills and how that builds confidence in yourself when you have really good pro-social skills. And just really have spent most of my adult career focused on helping others learn to problem solve, really have strong relationships, cope with sadness, anxiety, and just all the things that, hit us in life from little kid all the way up. And after 20 years of doing that work, my heart was really heavy, to be honest. I was kind of tired. It's really good work, and I'm really glad that I have done it, but I truly needed a break. Luckily, I had built a side gig income with another company that gave me the opportunity not to completely step away and not do other work, but at least it gave me the opportunity, because I had some stable income coming in, to step away, take a break, pursue other passions. I actually got my real estate license. I love staging and home decorating, and it's a completely different type of problem solving than I was doing, and just allowed me to tap into like the creativity and just do something completely different. If any of you have ever left a career or been asked to leave a career, it's not uncommon to feel a little lost in the middle of it, even when it's your choice. So it was my choice to step away. But truly, in doing so, I sort of lost an identity piece, of myself. And I was really having a hard time kind of wrapping my head around what my purpose was now, and what I really wanted to do with my life moving forward, and having all those big existential questions, right? And so it was about a year ago that I was just really struggling emotionally. I felt like, even though I wasn't failing per se, I struggled to not feel like I was. I wanted my new business to go faster, stronger, better, quicker. I wanted to feel like I had done that new career for 20 years. You're used to, after 20 years in something, feeling sort of like an expert in your field, and that's a big change, and it was hard. And in the midst of that, I had kids going off to college, and lots of just things happening that changed things, and probably some midlife hormones going on for myself too. And I was kind of a mess last summer. I was really at a point where I was like, okay, I probably need to take my own advice and go talk with someone and figure out what I need to do to move through this. And it was at that time I was introduced to Happy Coffee. And I thought that it was about the, I'm going to use the word hokey, and that's going to make you know I'm from the Midwest, about the hokiest thing I'd ever heard of. I just thought, how is this cup of coffee going to make me feel happy? And then I got added into a group where I learned a little information, and I watched a video about dose. And I certainly understood what dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins can do for someone. And I was like, okay, I need to try this. And it's interesting that Karlie said 6 days, because that was my magic number as well. It was about on day 6 that I was like, I feel like I can cope. I actually feel better than I can cope. I feel like I could go tackle something today and not feel worried that I'm failing. I feel like I could make a mistake today and know that it's not a big deal. Like it was like that mindset shift that I had spent my whole career teaching people how to do this. And yet in the moment that I needed it the most, I was struggling to do it myself. But that cup of coffee, it made it so that I could use all the tricks that I knew to use, and it made it work. And so needless to say, I was hooked. I was hooked on that coffee, and have been drinking it ever since. Okay, and trying lots of the other products, and I'm really excited about it. Shared it with some other people. I did not decide to join the business right away, because I was working another business in another company, and wasn't sure that I really wanted to make a change, even though I really believed in these products. So I watched for a while, and I watched what we have here. And what was presented to me is exactly what it is now that I'm on the inside of it. What was presented to me was a community that truly celebrates everybody. What was presented to me was a community and a company that really wanted everybody to feel important and valued and compensated for the work that they did do. And watching that for a while, and finally understanding clearly the opportunity that this really was at the stage of the company this was at, and the rocket ship it was about to, it already was, I was watching it, but the rocket ship it was, I finally realized that I was sitting on something that I truly am very passionate about, has impacted my life in the most profound way. And I've spent my entire life trying to help people feel better, and a cup of coffee a simple cup of coffee does a lot of the same stuff that I was working to do. So I finally came to my senses and jumped in. And I have been really working now my business since April. Not a coincidence that that's also about the time our world got really crazy with the pandemic. You know, I was watching people that I know and love posting all the time about the struggle of you know, schooling their kids and the struggle of just kind of understanding what all was going on, and just the climate of our world. And so even for people who don't struggle normally, I think right now there's just a lot of people who are. And I realized that I was sitting on something that people really deserve to know about, and I didn't want to sit on it any longer. So I jumped in about April, and I'm happy to say that it was July that I matched my income from my former company. And I was so scared. I didn't know if I could do it. And it honestly, it didn't take that long because what we have here is magical. And I am proud. I'm excited. You know, I had been in that other company for, it would have been 4 years at this point. And in 4 months' time, I matched where I was. What makes me the most excited about that is that what it means really is that it's not just about me. What it really means is that there's a whole lot of people that I've been able to talk to who like the product as much as I do. And there are people who had an experience with the product like I had and then wanted to share it with other people. And that organic growth has just been really powerful. And that's really what that number means to me. And that's why it's so exciting. I want to leave with this. When you ask people what they want most in life, when you really take the time to ask them, and certainly people, you know, will name off things like, you know, a trip to Hawaii or things like that. But most often people say, even kids say, I want to be happy, right? And adults throw in, and I want to be healthy. That's what they want. And what could be more special than having something in our hand that's as easy as a drink a day that actually helps people enjoy the life they've been given more. Doesn't change the fact that hard things happen in life, but I really do think it helps us be our best self and just manage what happens in life so much better and enjoy the moments more. So I'm really so happy to be calling this place home. And I'm really so honored to have had the chance to share with you guys tonight. So thanks for that. Before Karlie introduces the next person, I just want to briefly say that Stephanie gets to talk next, and she is someone that has joined me on this journey. And I love everything that she has brought to the team and this company, and you guys are going to love her too. She's got very different energy than I do. She's so sincere and so passionate, and I'm just really excited she gets to share next. So.
Wow, Lisa, did I not tell you that she was going to bring the fire, guys? Like, this was just amazing. And you do it in a calm way. Like, you do it in a way that's like very cathartic. And by the time it's done, I'm like, I want to join all over again. But I love everything that you shared. And just, you know, your heart for genuinely helping people really shines through. So thank you for sharing. So as she said, so Stephanie is an incredible teammate that Lisa recently brought on. Stephanie came in, and she has just been pure fire ever since. Like, the girl is going like a rocket ship, running hard. I don't know, like, again, talking about color personalities, you guys, I don't know if Stephanie's red or yellow or just the perfect mix of both, because she's so driven, but she has so much heart. And what she brings to the team as far as just this beautiful raw emotion is unparalleled. And we are so lucky to have her. Also, she, you know, I'm telling you, she's like a rocket ship. She was our top recruiter of the entire team last month. So not only is she running hard, but she sees the vision and she's bringing people along with her for this journey. So again, this is another one. I know you guys are going to be seeing all these ladies' faces, lots more as time goes on, but I'm really excited for you guys to meet Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Karlie. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. I'm just honored to be here, you guys. something like this I had on my vision board for like a year from now. I've been here 2 months and anybody can do this. And that's why I'm here. I'm just so passionate about it because this place, this happiness is duplicatable, this business opportunity, whatever you're looking for is duplicatable here. And I could talk for hours on the product and what it's already been doing in the short amount of time for me and my family. But I wanted to share a business perspective with you and how I decided that Elevacity was going to be the home for me to launch my rocket ship. I am a wife, a mom, a Colorado native. I've got 2 boys, a 4.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, who I could not keep up with before these products. So that's a testimony all in itself. I'm a former director of sales and marketing for a Fortune 500 company. A former volleyball coach, former volleyball player in college, and everywhere I've gone, it's happened to me recently. I was kind of taking a step back and trying to link, what am I doing in all these places? What was I doing? I was helping people, and I was passionate about it. And sometimes I had to push on that glass ceiling a little bit because I'd be one of 5 or 10 women in an industry or in a room of 100 men. It was a construction industry. So anything that powers your coffee pot or your internet, my guys were in the field building, right? So I met all these just salt of the earth people and built solid relationships and always made it a point to, know what was going on in their lives. And there's so many parallels to what I loved about that part of my job to what I'm doing here. I'm finally in a place where I can help people feel good. I spent 4 years, I met Lisa, thank God, in our previous network marketing company. So I spent 4 years, and I don't think anybody's talked about the hockey stick analogy, but so this is a hockey stick, and I got there, it had already launched, and I got here. So people around me, were ranking and just, there was some growth happening, but then it kind of stalled. And I struggled for quite some time to build a business that I needed to. Meanwhile, I was the breadwinner for my family, and I had, a baby at home, and due to unsafe in-home daycares, I made a decision about a week after my unpaid maternity leave was over, that I needed to stay home and raise my kids. But I also needed to replace a 6-figure income. And so I sat in that for a while, and it took me to kind of a dark place because I was in a company where I'd seen people get there, right? I had seen them launch their careers. But then I saw what I want to call the tsunami effect. So if you're on an island and all of a sudden the strong animals start heading to the highest point of the island, you follow. When you start to see that in an organization or a team, you follow, you take note of where they're going. Okay, so where I was, and I'm sure folks that are on this call looking at this opportunity, you've been there, you're seeing other people ranking, but then they're leaving and you don't know why. So for me, that was a time that I had to start doing my due diligence and go back on some of the tools that I had learned in that career, thank God, on how to look for a company to join, right? I didn't want to just make a switch and then make another switch. This is a no regret move. I am going to change my family's future. It's going to look different a year from now because I found a place where magic happens. I looked at the leadership, both at the corporate level and both at the field. I wanted to see who was in that C-suite, who was making those decisions. Is it a White Castle where there's just a ton of overhead and people just sitting around not doing things? Because I've been there in my career where I've seen that and the waste and how it hurts the people in the field earning the money, because the people at the corporate office wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the people in the field. And so here, they are pouring into us in so many ways. From the moment I signed on every single day, I mean, I could speak hours on just the organization of being in a place where you have top leaders from all over the industry, both in the corporate office, but in the field. And they are taking their best practices, what worked for them, and they're bringing them here, and they're leaving what didn't work for them there. So all the things have been worked through, the kinks. Granted, one thing that I do look for is a place where the IT infrastructure still needs to be upgraded, because that means they haven't launched yet. When you break the internet 45 minutes into a product launch, that means this ship is taking off. Like, I freaking get goosebumps when I think about that. And I started, making some more bold reach outs because I know people that need this. They need a place where you can make 500 to 1,000 in your first month, right? They need a place where you can double your team size in your second month. So I looked at the systems, getting back to that off the rabbit hole. And I knew that this was a place that had legitimate systems and experience behind those systems. And I knew that my investment in this business was going to go far because of those systems in place. For me, the last thing I wanted to talk about was a simple system. Put a 2 in the comments if you have been in the network marketing industry before and you've sent those cold messages. Hey girl, I haven't seen you since college. You know, I've got this great product. I think you'd be great, or I've got this great opportunity, and they ghost you. Like you don't hear anything, right? And you're just like, okay, are they paying attention? Are they watching? WTF, what's going on? I got tired of that. And COVID hit and I had a lot of mama weight to lose. And then all the social injustice, you know, was happening in the world. And I needed a change. And so that's when I started looking. Lisa had been dripping on me for quite some time, just about how her coffee was making her happy. And I needed that, you know, I needed to be able to share positivity in the world instead of negativity. I needed to fill my cup instead of drain it, right? And I didn't want my friends to unfollow me and, you know, say Steph's off a rocker. Like, no, I want to help people. I want to help them feel better. And so I started talking to her at the same time I was talking to other companies, similar to what Karlie was talking about. I wanted to make sure this place was legit. And what stood out to me was her integrity. And then I met Karlie and Maria and their integrity. And I learned from, you know, where they were is some people were trying to recruit me to go. And that kind of takes you back to, you go where the strong leaders are. You follow the leadership team and you leverage their experience. They've been there, done that. Don't go down that path. Go where things are blowing up, right? So for me here, even from my first interactions, I knew that there was, you know, probably some method to her madness and how we were connecting. But I realized quickly that it was the simple, duplicatable system that I was looking for. I needed to find something that I could easily, you know, share with my team to grow their business and feel confident in bringing a team here that they can get the $500 to $1,000 a month, you know, that they've been striving for 4 years or however long. They can, you know, achieve other levels within a company. They don't have to have one person underneath them making a certain amount. They can bust their ass and they, excuse my language, but they can get, you know, pretty high up in the company on their own work. They can call people, they can share coffee, they can do all the things and they can get there. And then their network who's been watching them, they want to do it too. And then they reach down. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm 2 months in, I'm fired up. I've got some big goals for this month. I didn't know if I was going to find this little gold nugget, this place, this rocket ship, quite honestly. And I have a very personable, and I don't want to cry, but my why, I see it every day and I know I have to make a change for my family. So I decided, my husband and I decided, we're going to take a sample. And so we tried, don't ever do that. Don't ever split it to a 4-day sample with your husband. Okay. Get the 30-day or whoever you're selling to, get them on the 30-day trial, because we tried it and we're like, this is awesome. And then we had to wait. We had to wait till payday. And then we had to wait, you know, for the shipping to arrive. But I tell you what, 15 minutes after my husband drank his lemonade, he'd just gotten off of a 14-hour shift. He normally would go to the couch and watch cartoons with the kids. 15 minutes after his first zest, he was in the backyard playing with them. And it was like he had a full night's worth of sleep. So for a solo mom who's doing it by herself 70% of the time, to have something that I can put in my husband's cup that makes him feel amazing, that I can see the whites in his eyes, that I know when he's driving a 40,000-pound rig that he's awake and alert. Like, not only am I helping him, but I'm helping, you know, my mother-in-law's best friend had knee surgery and she canceled that because her knee is feeling better because she's on the max dose. Like, there's just so many things about this business that are already helping people and impacting people. So I know I've probably gone way over my time. I have, but just some of the benefits and why I believe in this product. That's the final thing I wanted to talk about: belief. In 2 months, I've lost 25 pounds. I've dropped 3 pant sizes. My depression, that fog, that dark place is gone. I'm on the floor. I'm playing with my kids. I'm getting my ish done. Things that I put off for months, I'm finally able to tackle because I have the clean energy and I just feel happy. I the community, you know, I was like, it's going to be a bonus. The community is my lifeline here. I plug into it as much as I can because those leaders, those experts, they are pouring into us every single day. They're not ignoring us. They're not ghosting us. That's happened to me before too. Like, I don't want to be ghosted by somebody I need help from. They're reaching down, because I think here the motto really is, we rise by lifting others. So, you know, to summarize it for me, this is the rocket ship. This is what I've been looking for. I looked all over the industry at different things. I found a consumable product that people are going to want to put in their cup every single day, and it's going to help them be happy, and it's going to help them spread happiness around the world, you know. And for me, the last thing I want to say, in this world, in this where we're at, this is the one place I found that there's no red or blue. We just love on each other. We pray for each other. We help each other. We support each other. There's no divisiveness here. It's healthy. There's no drama. As Lisa says, no drama llama. Like, we are legitimately here to help others. And I feel like it's a gold mine, like nobody knows about it. So whoever invited you here tonight, you need to get back with them, because we have some incredible incentives from our corporate team right now, and you need to run. If you're here, you need something. You either need to feel more positive, more happy. You need to chase that financial freedom, a grocery bill, a car payment, whatever it is. It's doable here in a short amount of time. And you have all the support from above that you could ever need to get there. So sorry, Karlie, I went way over, but I love it here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Wow. Honestly, you could have gone another 30 minutes and we would have been captivated. It was fantastic. I love everything that you shared. Yeah, you guys can tell, like, this girl's going places, right? The success that I know you're going to have here is well-deserved because of your heart and just who you are as a human. And I love what you said about the lack of divisiveness. In a world that's so divided, I feel like we have so much unity, regardless of where we stand or what's going on. It's just like, you know, sisterhood, brotherhood. It's beautiful. You're gonna make me cry. I hate that. Like, don't you make me cry. So anyway, I love you so much, and I'm just so honored to have you. Oh, go ahead.
I forgot one thing. I've been trying to kick alcohol for years, like 20 years, and I'm 61 days without a sip. So there you go. It's all because of this coffee.
That's huge. That's huge. Wow. You guys, I don't know if this call didn't fire you up for what we have here. I don't know whether you are looking at this as, you know, an opportunity, or if you're already here and you're just listening to how amazing it is. Like this call, I'm sure, has just touched so many people. So just real quick, I'm going to reiterate just a few things. You know, the timing here is everything, you guys. Timing is so incredible. Is incredibly important. Any company that's a good company, you're going to make money no matter when you join, right? It's going to be a great opportunity, but there is no better time than when a company is ready to hit momentum. And you listen to what Stephanie said, we are at that place where we're just getting ready to just boom. The fact we broke the internet after 45 minutes with our new product launch, like, hello, that speaks volumes. That should get you excited. This company is one of the top paying companies in the entire industry because they truly care about the field. They care about the people. In fact, one of the things I loved when I came in here is that they say that, and they don't just say, I've been here a year and a half, they say it, they mean it, they do it. It is our heart as a company to make sure that everyone coming in, we help them get to that $500 to $1,000 a month. We can change some serious lives with that type of money. We can set people financially free, right? You don't have to stop there if you don't want to, right? But with that said, that $500 to $1,000, we are helping so many people. We do that with a simple system, right? We don't have hoops to jump through. I can't remember. I think it was Lisa that had mentioned, you know, you have to, maybe it was Marilyn, but, you know, we don't have to have certain people hit ranks. We don't have to, you know, do ridiculous things and chart. And we don't have any of that. We just come in and we do the thing. And if we put the effort and the energy in, we're going to be paid very fairly. In fact, we're going to be rewarded pretty much better than any other company out there. So that's something that's really important to remember. We have, it's very duplicatable here, you guys. We have a system, like I said, that's so simple and it duplicates. The average person with no network marketing experience can come in and they can win here. That is something that is unique that I have not found in other places, right? You don't have to come in and create, you know, a persona. You don't have to come in and create this huge network. What you need to do is just come in and do the thing, and you're going to grow because it's duplicatable and easy. You guys don't have overhead. We don't have parties. What we have here is so unique and so very special. And again, You know, this is a place where anyone can come in and they can do incredible things. So what I want all of you guys who are either existing in this company or you're watching this because you're looking at this company is I want you to dare to dream again. I want you to get out that paper and start writing down your why. Why are you doing this? What do you want to accomplish? I want you to get out that dream board. For me, it's grabbing old magazines and cutting up pictures and putting them on, like, you know, junior high style, the big, the big whiteboard, right? However you do it, like, start to dream again, because this is the safe place to dream. This is the place where it happens. This is the place where if you come in and you run alongside us, that your dreams can come true. And I don't say that lightly, you guys. I'm a very honest person, but I believe 100% that anyone who comes in here and does the thing can have incredible success here. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish up now. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank our 3 amazing guest speakers who I just adore. Like I said, they're my sisters. And so you guys, thanks again so much for everything. And you guys have a great rest of your holiday weekend. Okay, guys? Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karlie.
So much. Thank you, Karlie, Stephanie, Marilyn, and Lisa. You guys were incredible. Your stories are amazing. If you guys miss this, it is recorded. I would definitely get everybody to send this out to one guest. This opportunity Zoom was off the charts amazing. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Get with the person that shared this with you. And I hope you guys all have a rest of a happy Labor Day weekend. Good night, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Awesome call, ladies.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody.